Hey, Thomas, you were being completely ridiculous earlier. Just because you work for the main contractor doesn't mean you have the right to look down on the people at the site.
Ha! People at the site are all losers at the bottom of the hierarchy. I was only telling the truth. There's no reason for you to complain about me.
You better be kidding me. The construction industry exists because of the workers on the ground.
There it is. You just don't like it because you work on the ground. But realistically, you get to work thanks to us, the main contractors. I suppose you don't understand because you're a junior high graduate who lacks the benefit of experience.
That's enough! How dare you talk to your mother like that?
The worst thing about my life is that an uneducated ex-delinquent is my mother.
What did you just say?
Because Dad passed away so young, I had to be raised in a single-mother family, all poor. And that mother is a boorish woman who works with men at the construction site. You would come to the parent classroom visit with worn-out clothes or your work uniform. Have you ever walked in my shoes to have a mother like you?
What was I supposed to do? We were poor.
We were poor because you're at the bottom of the hierarchy. After all, you're uneducated. I'm not like you. I'm not gonna live like a loser like you, no matter what. And to make that happen, I studied so hard to get into a competitive university, and I got myself working at a large construction company. At this point, I'm in a position to use people like you. I'm in a different position than you.
You're right. Thomas, you're amazing. You're not dumb like me, and you studied so hard. But then, a dumb person like me works hard to live too. It doesn't give you a reason to look down on how hard we all work.
You don't deserve to say that when you're always apologizing to your colleagues at the site. Every time I see you like that, I feel like crying out of pity. Pity for myself for having the worst mother ever!
You're going to end up in trouble if you keep looking down on people like that.
You can't be saying baseless things just because you can't argue. I'm not a loser like you. I worked hard to get myself to where I am today. I'm not living a pathetic life to ever get in trouble. It finally makes sense. I've been wondering all along.
Huh? What is this all of a sudden?
You're not my real mother, are you?
Huh? Thomas, what are you talking about? This isn't a funny joke.
You already know it for yourself that this isn't a joke.
You better cut this out. Why are you saying this?
You know, I'm getting married next month, so I went to see Grandma with my fiancé, and that was when I happened to find it in Dad's room. It was a picture of Dad holding me when I was a baby, and there was a different woman right next to him.
I see. So Matthew kept it all along.
So, are you admitting that you're not my real mother?
Knowing you, I'm sure you already investigated it after you found the picture.
I guess you're my mother after all. As you said, I hired a private investigator right after I found that picture.
I knew it. Did you see Shelley, your real mother?
Of course! I was shocked when I met her. She's beautiful, she's graceful, and she's smart. She's not like you, and it immediately made sense to me that she's my real mother.
I'm sure you're like Shelley more than Matthew. The way you work hard towards your goal, your facial features, and everything.
She was nothing like you, considering how you're boorish and uneducated. Of course, you've done whatever it takes to hide it. If only I knew, I would have never called you my mother. You and I aren't in the same league, so it's only natural we weren't even biologically related.
Sure, you're right.
And that's why I don't want a classless mother like you to come to my wedding. I'd rather have a talented woman like her, who's just like me, to come to my wedding.
I get what you're trying to tell me, but then I'm the one who raised you to this day. Even if I never carried you, or if we're not related by blood, I pride myself as your mother. I believe that there's more than a blood bond between you and me.
There's no such thing! I've always set you as a bad example. I worked so hard so I won't end up becoming a loser like you. And I earned all that I accomplished with my own 2 hands. I don't even consider myself to be raised by you. I'm cutting ties with you as of today. Mom, have you given a thought about what I told you the other day?
About how you wanted me to be at your wedding, right? I thought about it, and I don't think I should go.
Why not?
I mean, I ended up breaking up with Matthew immediately after I had you, Thomas. I can't be acting like a mother all of a sudden, going to your wedding. It would be rude to Ashley, too. I also don't want you to be calling me Mom. I don't deserve to be called that.
I'm sure there was a reason why you ended up breaking up with Dad. You weren't physically strong to begin with, but you ended up falling ill because you had me. You broke up with Dad so you didn't end up giving us the burden of your medical expenses.
Even then, I wasn't the one who raised you. I'm just the woman who gave you birth. The last time I held you was just for a short time after I carried you. I won't be forgiven if I were to attend your wedding as your mother, putting myself side by side with Ashley.
But you tried to take me back at one point when Dad passed away, right?
When I was told that Matthew passed away, my condition had been better, but Ashley refused.
What?
The first time I ever met Ashley, so I could take you back, she told me. She said that even if you guys weren't bonded by blood and she never gave birth to you, she considers you to be her son. She said that she didn't want me to take her son away from her. She seemed to be extremely upset. And that was when I asked myself if I have as much feelings for you as Ashley.
Oh, Mom!
And at the same time, I felt relieved to know that a woman like her was your mother. I decided it's best that you stay with Ashley rather than being with me when I've never done anything for you as a mother. The other day, when I met you, I realized I was right.
Are you sure about this, Mom? You were so happy when you got to meet me the other day.
Because I asked Ashley to take care of you, I thought I'd never see you again. So I was truly delighted to get to see that you've become a grown adult, and I cried out of joy to know that you're getting married. There's no lie to that, but I still can't attend the wedding as your mother alongside Ashley.
That's not true. You're still my mom. You had legitimate reasons, so you don't have to be sorry for anything. So please, I need you to come to my wedding. I want you to be there during the best moment of my life.
I see. You've grown to become such a kind person. Okay, I'll attend.
Really?
Yes, I truly haven't spent any time with you to call myself your mother, though. But even then, I think I could allow myself to do my son's first favor ever in my life. I'll be looking forward to the wedding.
Mom will be attending my wedding, and at this point, you're truly unnecessary.
Mom? Are you talking about Shelley? I don't even remember when was the last time you called me Mom. I can't even remember that, but I guess you're calling Shelley your mom.
Of course! You and I aren't bonded with blood, and since Dad already passed away, you're just a stranger to me. But Mom is the real mother who gave birth to me.
I see. In that case, I don't have to worry about the fact that you won't have your mother attending anymore, right?
That's right. I truly won't regret not having you attend anymore. If you get it, don't you dare show up. A fake mother who I cut ties with isn't invited, okay?
After everything you said, it's almost liberating. Thanks to you, I made up my mind. I should be grateful to you. This is great. Thank you.
Huh? What are you talking about? You kept insisting that you're my mother. Are you sure about this? Or have you gone insane because you're too sad?
Unfortunately, I haven't lost my sanity. I don't have to be considerate to you moving forward. And when I consider it that way, things aren't too bad after all.
Considerate?
Actually, they've been sounding me out about becoming the CEO for a while now.
CEO? Is this for the subcontractor that you work for?
That's right, but you work at the prime contractor, right? I've been declining the offer because I thought you'd struggle if I end up becoming the CEO. Now that you've become independent from me, I didn't need to make too much money.
Thanks for being considerate for nothing, but I won't struggle even if you were to become the CEO of our subcontractor.
Are you sure about that? It could get awkward conducting business with your mother.
I told you that I don't consider you my mother. Besides, things weren't too different until now, and there's no problem to this at all.
In that case, moving forward, we'll just work together as an employee at the prime contractor and the CEO of a subcontractor. You're completely fine with that, right?
Of course! Even if you were to become the CEO of a subcontractor, you're still at the bottom of the hierarchy. I'm gonna be even tougher on you, so you'd better be ready for this, you loser! Mom, my wedding is about to start in just an hour. Where are you right now?
Oh, Thomas, I'm sorry. I decided not to be at your wedding today.
What? Why?
I talked to Ashley. You lied to me, didn't you?
You talked to her? Why would you ever talk to that woman?
We exchanged our contacts when I tried to take you back. And ever since then, we've only spoken to each other when she was letting me know about how you were doing. But I reached out to her because I wanted to talk to her about how I'd be attending your wedding. And she told me that you cut ties with her. Do you have anything to say about this?
Well, she's not that great of a mother, like the way you consider her. She's an ex-delinquent, she's dumb, she's not educated, she's completely classless. So, I thought I won't need that fake mother as long as I have you.
Dumb and classless? Are you talking about yourself?
Huh?
As I said to you before, I'm just the woman who gave you birth. Although we're biologically related, I've lived my life without fulfilling the responsibilities as your mother. On the other hand, Ashley has raised you to this day, even though she didn't have a blood bond with you. Can you even imagine how much she struggled and suffered after making that choice?
She struggled and suffered because she's an uneducated loser, right? She's always wearing old, worn-out clothes, and she's surrounded by guys at work, and we've always been so poor. I didn't want to be like her, and that's why I worked so hard. She struggled because of her own choices.
And how was she able to afford to let you attend college when she was so poor? How was she able to afford to let you wear new clothes when she could only afford old clothes for herself? It was all because your so-called uneducated, dumb mother had been working so hard at the site.
Well...
And look at yourself, prioritizing me over her just because we're biologically related, when I'm pretty much a stranger to you. You cut ties with her and didn't invite her to your wedding. Is that really something you would do to your mother, who raised you to this day? You should be ashamed of yourself. Thomas, you're the one who's completely classless. You didn't even care to know who supported you all along. How pathetic.
Hold on a second, Mom. If you choose not to be at my wedding, though, what am I supposed to say to my fiancée and her family?
Be honest and explain to them that it was all because of your disgraceful behavior. If your wedding gets called off because of that, so be it. You should accept the consequences of your own choices that you made.
Thomas, your reputation has gone quite poor recently. I understand that you're upset after all that's happened. But you can't be taking it out on my employees.
Why are you acting as if you weren't even involved? This is all your fault to begin with. You told Mom about how I never invited you to the wedding and that I cut ties with you.
Shelley would have been confused if I weren't there without an explanation. Besides, I thought we agreed to simply work together as an employee of the prime contractor and the CEO of a subcontractor. You're not my son, and you're just an employee of my prime contractor, so I don't have to be so considerate to you.
You gotta be kidding me. I ended up in so much trouble because of you. My fiancée and her parents were asking so many questions about why my mother wasn't at the wedding. And her dad is my boss at work, too. I managed to talk them out of asking questions, but my wedding got canceled because they were skeptical about it. My colleagues are talking about how my wedding to my boss's daughter ended up getting canceled.
That sounds like a hassle, but it's not like they found out everything yet, right? You abandoned the mother who raised you, and the mother who gave you birth ended up cutting ties with you.
Shut up! Besides, you'd better make your employees get it together!
Excuse me? Are you saying that there's a problem with my employees?
Yes, there is! They all keep going against me for nothing! It wasn't like this before you became the CEO! What kind of training do you give them, really?
It's only natural. Before I became the CEO, I was the one who was calming everyone from their anger.
What do you mean by that?
I told you so many times to stop looking down on the employees who work on the ground. Did you ever think anyone would appreciate you for calling them losers straight in their face? Every time you looked down on them, I was apologizing to them on your behalf.
Does that mean the reason why you were always apologizing was because...
Because I was cleaning up your mess. I've been working ever since I graduated from junior high, so I'm a tenured employee at my workplace. Everyone was holding their anger, just for my sake.
But you never told me about this!
What's the point of telling you that I'm apologizing to everyone on your behalf? Would you have been happy to find out that your mother was going on apology tours because of yourself?
Was that why you kept talking to me about it? So, it was all for my sake?
Even though we're not bonded by blood, and even though I'm dumb, uneducated, and classless, I was still your mother. Regardless of the fact that it was your fault, I didn't want to watch you being hated by everyone. But then, it's all in the past. You'd better watch what you say from now on. You don't have a mother who would protect you anymore.
Depending on how the discussion had gone today, I still had a chance to marry her! How dare you, Mom? Are you having fun crushing your son's life into pieces?
I told you to be honest with your fiancé and her parents. On behalf of the son who neglected to do so, I chose to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth.
Oh, give me a break! I was supposed to marry my boss's daughter! If I had gotten to marry her, I would have been promoted at work! But you ruined it all for me! What are you gonna do about this?
You're at fault for how the marriage was called off and how things aren't going well at work. You've been making Ashley take your responsibility all along, right? Moving forward, you're going to be responsible for what you do.
What the heck is wrong with all of you guys? I'm not like her. I'm not a loser. I earned everything with my own two hands. But why do you choose to get in my way like this? You're my mother. You gotta be kidding me.
You can't be whining like that at this point. You looked down on and dumped Ashley when she was the person who cared about you the most.
Are you saying that this was my fault? You dumped me too! You gave excuses about your health condition just to abandon your child, so you're not entitled to be telling me these things!
That's right. No matter what the reason was, I'm not entitled to act as if I'm your mother. I'm just a stranger who's only bonded by blood. There hasn't been a single day in my life that I haven't regretted it.
See? You don't have the right to be pointing fingers at me!
Just as I don't have the right to do so, you don't have the right to look down on Ashley! She called herself your mother to me when I was your biological parent. In that moment, I realized the difference in our awareness of our motherhood. And after how you stepped all over Ashley's motherhood, I can't possibly forgive you.
But then, you can't do this to me! If I don't do anything about this,
You told Ashley that you never wanted a mother like her, right? I agree with that.
Huh?
Your mother was supposed to be me. I would have loved you as your mother. I know that I wouldn't have let Ashley beat me when it was about that.
Oh, Mom!
But if I were your mother, our family relationship would have been corrupt a lot sooner. I didn't have the level of motherhood that Ashley had, and if I were to have been treated the way you treated her, I would have given up a lot sooner.
But I would never do that to you!
Maybe you were rebelling against her because of being in a poor single mother family. But it's only natural for anyone to rebel against their parents, right? And I don't think I would have been able to face you the way Ashley did if that time came.
Well...
And that gives me a reason to explicitly tell you that you never got to be with the parent you wanted to. But the fact that you got to be with a mother like Ashley should have been more valuable than anything else. You never realized it. You never learned anything. You're the person to be blamed for everything. That's all I have to say to you as a stranger who's only bonded with you by blood.
Thomas, I'm sorry. They said they can't take this anymore.
What is it now? What does anyone want from me at this point?
You've been humbled down quite badly, huh? I guess what Shelley said to you is affecting you quite badly.
So you knew!
Shelley reached out to me a while back. I heard your marriage was called off.
That's right. After I cut ties with you, my biological mother ended up cutting ties with me. Go ahead and laugh if you want. This is how things ended up after looking down on you all along.
I won't laugh at you because it's not fun laughing at you right now. Anyway, I'm sorry to tell you when you're all sad, but you might end up losing your job. I'm sorry.
What?
It seems like everyone was holding grudges against you after all that you said to them, and my employees all became furious after they found out about how you treated me. They ended up filing complaints about you to your company.
Complaints?
That's right. You've always treated the ground workers poorly, right? It seems like they were secretly getting ready when I never realized it, and they decided to file it with your company.
Hold on a second. I'm already in a bad enough position after my marriage was called off. If they would complain about me like that when all of this is happening...
I mean, even though you're the prime contractor, you've been quite ridiculous to your subcontractor. An employee who acts like that would only be a risk to your company. You're lucky if you only get fired, but you might end up compensating for what you've done, too.
Compensate? Why is this becoming such a big deal?
You've been looking down on other subcontractors too, right? I heard the other companies will be filing a complaint about you after seeing how we did so.
Oh my!
I also heard that there are some companies that plan on cutting their business relationship with you guys too. I'm sure your company will be taking a huge loss, so I guess it's only natural. I've been keeping things under control until now, but it's all happening now that I'm not doing that anymore.
You're kidding me! My marriage was called off and I'm about to lose my job! And are you saying that I'd have to pay compensation? I've been trying my best not to become a loser like you all my life! Why? Why is this happening to me?
It's because you kept looking down on others. It's fine that you were setting me as a bad example so you could live a better life. But then, just like how you've worked hard, everyone else is working hard too.
Are you telling me that this is happening because I never thought of that and chose to look down on others?
You should have learned your lesson long ago when I was talking to you about it. I know it can get annoying when your mother nags you about things. But that's exactly why you would end up hurting if you don't listen. I hope you learned your lesson.
Lesson? This lesson is costing me way too much!
You don't have to pay me for the lesson. I'll make you a bad example for myself. You've always looked at me as your bad example, so I guess this makes us even. A flood of complaints poured in, not only from our company, but from other subcontractors as well. On top of that, the cancellation of his engagement to his boss's daughter further complicated his position. And so, Thomas was fired from the major general contractor. As I had told him, several of the subcontractors who filed complaints decided they would no longer work with that company. The resulting damage was substantial. In the end, not only was Thomas dismissed, but he was also sued by the company for damages. He became infamous in the industry for all the wrong reasons. These days, I hear he's juggling multiple jobs, working day and night, all just to pay off the compensation he owes. On the other hand, as for me, I've been super busy working as the CEO after I cut ties with Thomas. I don't have to be on an apology tour to clean after Thomas's messes anymore. I've been busy, but I feel content as I work in a better environment than before. As I'm not too experienced as a CEO, I'm getting a lot of support from others as I live. Shelley, Thomas's biological mother, has been medically doing well. But she can't live without someone else's support, and those who support us are being supported by others around them. I want to cherish what I learned from this time around, and I'll continue living as I consider Thomas a bad example.